Hanzo come through, but this looks like a lineup that could just try to do too many things.
Yes, and it's also a lineup that's very hungry for gold. So
Yep.
keep that in mind. Basically, it's Valentina and the Hylos who will be working for the whole early game. Other than that, everyone's just trying to farm it up. I mean, I know the Hanzo changed a little bit, but it does still rely on a lot of gold to really function well.
Yeah, this puts so much pressure onto, well, number one, outplayed, don't lose lane so quickly, like game number one.
Yes,
I'm not going to comment much about James because I feel like James is just very solid. He's just the victim of circumstance right now in some of the gameplays. But Escalera, Haji, and MP the King, yeah, they somehow have to work together so well with a interesting, unique, and interesting combination of heroes in the center of the map to stop a Jawhead, Vexana, and Joy from snowballing. That's a tough task.
There you go.
It's going to be a tough task here. We're going to jump into the Land of Dawn. Once again, it's game 2 in this best of 3. On to a sweep. Will it be for Team Falcons, or can we get a game 3 with this interesting lineup from Twisted Minds? And I think that's definitely the case, you know, even in the sense of Hajizi. What ultimates will he be focused on taking? I mean, this is going to be the same thing if they don't control Ogwin on the Jawhead. I'm kind of worried about Twisted Minds and even the space for MP the King again.
You know what? Since we mentioned it, I think Falcon also are very aware of their win condition here. They're starting to try to group up together, just in case someone gets a little bit more feisty. Try to capitalize on their early game, which is very scary right now. Of course, level 2 on Ogwin means Ejector is available, but they're still not sure where the Hanzo is.
Okay, nothing too crazy. For the emblem setups, a lot of cooldown reduction on the Badang as usual. Warcry for this Hanzo. So similar to the last time we saw it. James able to get the EXP scroll on the Crab there in the bottom lane against Flap.
Maybe part of the difference here, difference factor for Twisted Minds this time around too is, and there's some added reason for it. You know, they've got 2 Purifies. Yep. At least between Outplayed and Hajizi to help not only now with Ogwin's Jawhead, but also the Cho here for Flap, which is definitely something they're going to want to deal with. As long as they can kind of avoid from being picked off, whether that's from the Cho, whether that's from the Jawhead, I think they should have a fighting chance when it comes to some of the team fights early on, especially with usually when we have seen Hanzos, not just here, because we've only seen them once, but oh, hold on. Look how fast they take the turtle.
Look at that 4-man stack right on the turtle spawn here. Trying to see if they can get someone on the way out, but Twisted Minds fine now.
Yeah, that was few being able to stop what could have been a post-objective team fight engaged by Twisted Minds using the Terrifying Eternal Guard right on the Pinnacle Ninja of MP the King. And one thing that Twisted Minds also has to consider is that maybe a dive onto Super Marco isn't going to be so rewarding right away. What a kick! What?
Whoa, very early on, Flap TZ commits on the flicker, forces Purify on Hajizi.
Yep.
I feel like that was a... Let me just go ahead and try to get this. If I can, I'll just make my way back down. It's like one of those... It's like a side quest for him going down to the main quest in his lane. So he's like, it doesn't happen. It's fine. So resetting at that point, it's still Twisted Minds. Oh, hold on.
And another one. Ejector committed once more. James is a bit better here with the fist crack, but he's going to go down either way. Kyle TZ ready to use electrifying beats, and SOD, no commit for the top.
Yeah, tough there for Twisted Minds to actually fight into that. So there needs to be a lot more communication right now between Escalera, Hajizi, and James, who looks like he's spending a lot more time leaving lane and going into the center of the map to get information and to supplement that area. But if you know some areas might be risky, James has to acknowledge and just not continue that side quest into the center.
Where is this power spike right now?
Oh, there.
For the Hanzo. I mean, already level 7. You know, he doesn't have his first item just yet, but when do you start to really see Hanzo as a threat?
It takes a really long while. The last time we saw MP the King on this Hanzo, though, he was able to pull off a crazy pick-off where literally 4v1, he was like, I'm going to get your mid laner. I'm out of here and safe. So still, I think we have to explore Hanzo more in the pro scene to really feel his power spike.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy here is that they don't really have any way out for Hajizi there. Already used up to Purify, and that's going to be him. But Few might be the one who's in trouble here, getting chased on by Outplayed as well. It's 1-for-1 for Falcons and Twisted, and the turtle is on.
Yep, mid for mid. Two Corrosion Sides already built by Twisted Minds, but no Pinnacle Ninja for MP the King.
No Pinnacle Ninja. There's no way for the Retribution as well. Kick as well committed by flapTeezy. That might be a kill on James and Escalera. If they don't make it out here, they will be next targets here for Falcons. That's 2 turtles, or 2 kills rather, and possibly a turtle.
Man, even with a Revitalize, they were able to go ahead and get them down. They had to wait for Super Marco to make his way, but he did, and then again, they end up winning that fight plus the objective here. So that's a whole lot of wins for Team Falcons.
Very stonks.
Yeah, it also made me question as to why Twisted Minds still decided to posture for that turtle despite MP the King already showing that he used the Pinnacle Ninja. I know the cooldown of that is super fast, but he won't be able to get it that fast.
Not that fast.
Yeah, without the Pinnacle Ninja, there's not much Hanzo can do around the objective. See, he's standing there trying to be within the range of Retribution on that turtle, but it puts him in risk of just literally like, guys, I will only just try to Retri. There's not much I can do. And Twisted Minds, there's not a lot that they can do as well in that scenario, trying to protect him. They're just going to take damage for no reason.
He was literally just like walking back and forth.
Oh, no.
But now, because
it.
of that, MP the King getting hunted down in his own jungle by KyleTeezy.
He's not going to get a chance to breathe anymore at
Yeah.
that point.
At all.
No, sir. Again, similar to last week, the rotations of Twisted Minds, they're twisted.
Oh my goodness, that way of the dragon was not stonks at all here for Hajizi.
Stop it, Ogwen. They're already dead.
They're already dead.
They're already taken care of. And again, that's why you see, I think a lot of this might require for James to get active here for some of these responses, because right now you do have to protect MP the King to an extent, because KyleTeezy is just kind of having free reign, able to go around. He's already got the Starlium Scythe. You can see he's about 1,000 and some change above MP the King. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just get a clean sweep, at least on the Turtles, the 3 for 3. They are getting in position, though, so it does look like Twisted Minds wants to contest it, see if they can catch someone out. Ogwen's just around the corner, is going to get spotted here. James?
Ejector being threatened here by Ogwen. Just trying to bait out some skills from James, maybe. Obviously not taking the bait here for now. And multiple members starting to converge around mid.
Okay, they'll start this up. Flap will make his way here too, unless they just decide to just go for a play. MP the King still going to make his way. He wants to get this purple buff too, so Flap's in positioning. Super Marco gets a Berserker's Fury already. There's Flap.
Wants to fly it out. There's a wall from the fist crack.
Kyle.
But not going to be able to utilize it at all. Escalera's going to be the one once more to be sacrificed here, but James is the one that Falcons decided to go for. Said, you know what, maybe we can take him out on the way out, and that's exactly what they do. Chasing out Escalera back to his base.
And look at this. He does go and grab his buff, but that's
Oh my
another
goodness.
turtle, another objective now for Team Falcons.
They're drowning, man. They're drowning out in gold.
Just absolutely nothing going right now for Twisted Minds.
Gonna chase here by Kyle. There's no way out for Outplayed. It goes down. A little bit more recalls here just for emotional damage.
It's the rotations, the timings. Falcons, they look so familiar with it, Twisted Minds, and again, just looks like they haven't found their own timing, their own pace just yet, the right rotations for this metagame right now, early in the season.
Hajizi.
It's so tough for them.
Look at them right now. Ogwen once more has a way out with the Ejector Unstoppable Force, even has a flicker. MP the King trying to go for the kill here. Will be able to pick him up finally, even though they are under the tower. They're playing around with fire here, and Super Marco still not going to be able to get stunned here by Outplayed.
Okay, good thing. I mean, Twisted Minds will go ahead and get out a kill. This is what we kind of talked about earlier, Renmar, where you know, Hanzo does have that potential to do just that.
Yeah, it's also unexpected too. I think that's why it's so awkward to think about. I wonder what is the power spike of Hanzo, because like, even with just 2 items, he can do something like that.
Yeah.
But then you see how susceptible Twisted Minds lineup is without the ultimate of the Hanzo. There's not much else that he can do.
It's a pain to have to wait for that ultimate.
No way.
Keep going out here. Solo
man.
kill. KyleTeezy against a very
Not so tanky.
Not so tanky Hylos.
That was the opposite of Riz.
What's the opposite
What's the opposite of Riz?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
So
that's
whatever
it.
that was.
Yeah, that was... I feel so bad for Escalera, man. That was Riz for Kyle. Kyle was just like, yeah, nah, I can do this. For Escalera, it's like, there's not much I can do. I'm a slow horseman.
Yeah, once that Glorious Pathway is done, and Revitalize isn't going to heal you through that because he's already got the Holy Crystal too. I mean, look at the lead he has still on MP the King. It's even further ahead now, sitting at almost 8,000 gold. And, you know, when you're taking out the front line with that, a Starlium Scythe and a Holy Crystal, and you're still working on your third item, that's kind of scary because Escalera is supposed to be the guy to go in front and lead the way, but when he's nearly as squishy as the rest of the team, it feels weird. Here's those Ogwin.
Getting jumped in once more by Ogwin. Didn't really pull the ejector. He still has it. But he will be able to force out the Glorious Pathway. Feels like a free skill being pulled here by Falcons. That's huge.
Okay, but since Twisted Minds needs to spend more time actually hiding their Hanzo, and MP the King cannot show himself much, a bit of a minion wave push down the mid means Falcons reset the sequence. They'll apply pressure with their minion waves on the side lanes as well. So now Twisted Minds has to deal with that, or suffer the wrath of a split push. It's so many fires to put out right now for Twisted Minds. Kaltizi has just been unstoppable. 4-0 and 4. Super Marco's been bulletproof as well, alongside flapTZ.
He's got the Wishing Lantern now too. So
oh, yikes.
That's going to be even more difficult to deal with if you're one of those tankier, more healthy heroes. And they're going to give the go signal now on this Lord. We'll see if Escalera decides to go for it and lead the team into this, or they just let it go.
I think they are. Not to be enough here. And they leave Escalera out to dry. Not really much they can do to follow up.
Falcons are just making this look so easy. It's like every time there is something to pull, they will pull the trigger on the play and execute into a kill, 2 or even more.
And the scary thing is every time they do that, something happens.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like there's nothing Twisted Minds can actually do to counter it.
MP's going to try to do something.
Nice chase with a Soul Snatch here. Chases out with the flap. He's going to be staying alive here for now, though waiting for that next Lord.
Man, Hanzo is so busted in that regard. Like, it's already 2 items for flapTZ. He's up to a Blade Armor plus a Thunderbelt. I'm pretty sure he has some good stacks on it too. But MP the King can still do that to him. That's why you have to watch out for Hanzo as a pick. Maybe teams will understand how to play him better.
Hell yeah.
But the Falcons have been checking him well, especially with flapTZ's positioning around the objectives. He's always looking for the potential angle of where MP the King's Pinnacle Ninja could come from.
They want to go for it hard. Ogwin, though, got caught with his hands down. Escalera taken out here. MP the King trying to do as much damage as he can to flapTZ, but no cigar there. And now, outplayed. Waiting for the go signal, waiting for the trigger finger. But it's going to be trigger discipline, at least for now.
Yeah, it also looked like Falcons read that the potential SOD coming out. So Super Marco stood where he did and where he got hit to block for flapTZ, actually.
Yeah.
Who could have been hit by that Spear of Destruction.
Definitely could have. So they'll go ahead and MP the King gonna just go ahead and get whittled down really quickly, but ultimately all that led to was that first turret go down. They have worked on the shields too. Part of that is also just Ogwin doing the jawhead thing where he goes and tosses one of the canyons or the minions into the holy shields and they get taken down. So they are, again, when you lead into any of Team Falcons matches, this is what they do. It's very controlled, it's very order-like, and they will stick to the foundations on what made these guys such a strong, dominant force to reckon with, and eventually, you know, world champions, because it hasn't changed, honestly. Like, their play style and that discipline. Look at this here, Escalera.
My goodness, Escalera, he's able to absorb more damage now compared to earlier. But now the question is, where is MP the King? They're looking for more. Escalera can't make it after round 2, though. They're going to have to back off once more. But Ogwin joining in with the unstoppable force. Let's enough for Kalti to make it to the back line and get the Lord done with a triple kill on that Joy.
Oh my God! KyleTZ will jump in for the team.
You see KyleTZ laughing, literally laughing on the player cam when that happened.
Too wild, too easy for KyleTZ.
Oh man, it's only James right now. The turrets are going down. Are they going to end it here?
I think they can. Not much wave clear here, but the minion waves are also a bit thin. So you know what Falcon says? We don't need to take it right now.
I feel like this was one of the moments where Ogwin was like, oh, help, 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 because he goes and he unstoppable waves, and Kyle's like, I got it. Hold my drink.
Oh, is this a comeback, though? Is this a possibility of a comeback? He traded out for Ogwin as well. Super Marco with 4 kills that he can carry. And then as well. Triple kill
He's
for
9-0.
the gold laner. 9-0, still bulletproof in this game.
Bulletproof Super Marco.
He's gonna chase down.
Here we
though.
go.
Did we jinx it? Did we jinx it? Soul Snatch into the body, but not enough damage output to follow up.
Oh,
and
they
there
go.
goes Flap
Flap!
Easy chasing him out. Finally catches MP
That's
the
it.
King.
That's
And I
it.
think that's gonna be game. We got a sweep in our hands for Team Falcons.
Making it look clean. Team Falcons go in with a sweep against Twisted Minds. And they made it a cinematic showcase at the end there.
That was cinema. None of you are a Twisted Minds fan or remember